Welcome to Wilco Whites. I'm Sean. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I did have a few subscribers from yesterday going on to Imagine Not Being Leeds with my mate Matty. So thank you for your support. Going to touch obviously on the Harrogate game. Look at the FA Cup tie. Now, it's the first ever competitive game that Leeds United and Harrogate have played. There is actually 67 places between us and Harrogate in the EFL ladder. It's currently in League Two, sitting 21st place. They've won 7, drawn 4, lost 14. Scoring 21 goals, conceding 37 in 25 games. Their form, they've won 1 and drawn 1 in the last 8 games, so it's not been fantastic for them. They're on a bit of a bad run at the minute. Obviously, that means nothing in the FA Cup. Their coach is Simon Weaver. He was appointed the head coach back in 2009. Also, his father, Irving, he's the actual chairman. So it's a very family-orientated club. They've done well. Weaver, he took them from non-league, which was sitting, I think it was 6th tier. They were sitting, and he's took them into the football league. He is currently the longest serving manager in the top 4 divisions, which is a good stat. He's managed Harrogate for 762 games, winning 297, drawing 178, but losing 287. Win percentage of 38.98. 11 years. That's fantastic for any club, and it's just not often seen, is it? But obviously, with his father owning the club, then he's not going to sack him, is he? unless they're getting relegated. Josh Falkingham, the captain, is injured for Harrogate. He's a 34-year-old experienced midfielder, ex-Leeds United youth product. So I bet he's absolutely gutted to not be playing in this game. Also, ex-Bradford City defender Matty Foles, he'll miss the game through injury, so it's a bit of a loss for them. Also, the match preparation hasn't been the best with the cold. This made me laugh a little bit, and it just shows the levels and the difference in the lower leagues. So they haven't been able to kick a ball since until Thursday, since yesterday, because the pitches, the 3G pitch that they play on, were rock hard, iced up, and the facilities, they couldn't book anywhere. Everywhere were booked up. So just goes to show, doesn't it, the levels that we are and the levels that they are. Looking at the formation and the squad, the last few games they have played a 3-5-2 formation. Although they have also played a 4-2-3-1 this season. I think looking at the form, the 4-2-3-1, they didn't do very well in. They've lost a lot of games playing that, and the last few games they've tried a 3-5-2 to try and to change things up, which it adds slightly because they've won 1, drawn 1, lost 1 in the last 3 times they've played a 3-5-2. So that'd be interesting to see tomorrow if that's how they're going to line up. In the squad, it's a very aging squad. The goalkeeper, 34-year-old James Belshaw. They've got centre-back, another 34-year-old Warren Burrell. Centre-back again, 32-year-old Anthony O'Connor. Attacking midfielder, a good player for them, Jack Muldoon. He's 35. Then the striker, they've got 2 strikers. Josh Marsh, who's got 4 goals this season. He's 27. And Bryn Morris, he's got 3 goals and 2 assists this season. He's 28. Also, Liam Daly, a young 24-year-old left midfielder, is doing well. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists this season as well. Looking at the highest valued player, it is Dean Cornelius, valued at £275,000. So again, massive difference in both teams. They also have an American though, a bit like ourselves. They've got right back Toby Sims, right wing back. Used to play for Pittsburgh Riverhounds before coming to England. I've never heard of them before. Obviously, played Harrogate pre-season, running out 3-0 winners, goals from Rutter, Firpo, and young Sam Chambers scoring. We go into this game not losing in our last 8. Obviously, it means nothing in the FA Cup. We've seen how many, cup upsets over the years for us. So it's going to be a good one. We're either going to absolutely smash them to bits, or they're going to grab a 1-0 win. And looking at our team, I'll touch on my lineup. What I think. Well, first of all, Firpo could be back. I don't think he'll start, but it could be on the bench. Good news, Guev is back in training, but he's not going to be fit for this game. I think it's going to come too soon. No Pirro, as I touched on yesterday, and no Bamford and no Voba. So my lineup would be Darlow in goal, I think, which is what's going to happen. Farkas said Darlow's playing. I think Bogle's going to still play at right back. I think Joe Rodon and Stroik are going to partner in centre defence. Stroik coming back from a slight injury. Depending on how bad that is, he may be rested again, and it'd be interesting to see who comes in. But I'm thinking he might play in this with Schmidt going in at left back or left wing back. I'm hoping he does. I hope we get to see him and he gets some minutes, which he deserves. I then think Ampadu's going to start in midfield alongside Gilavogi. I think it's only fair to give actually Gilavogi some minutes. He's been obviously a really, really good presence around the club since he came in. In the 10, I think Aronson's going to play. I don't think he's going to rest him. We have actually got 8 days. We don't play till a week of Sunday, so we've got 8 days. We've got a good rest before the Sheffield Wednesday game. So I think Farker's going to see that as plenty of time for recovery for the players. I think Ramazan is going to come in for Solomon, and Nonto's going to come in for Dan James, and Joseph has got to play, as haven't really got anybody else to play up front with Bamford and Pirro missing. Joffe could come in, but again, we don't know if he's going to be in the squad, with obviously his links away from us with Hull and Wrexham. I think it'll be a strong bench. I don't think he's going to risk it. I don't think it'll be packed full of young players. I think we will see the likes of Solomon, James, Tanaka, Rothwell. They're all going to be on there. So even Byram, I think Byram will be on there as well. So I think it'll be a strong bench. Looking at a bit of news, so we've got some awards coming in. Dan James has been voted JD Sports Player of the Month, and also James and Pirro have been nominated for PFA Player of the Month, which is great. Also, Aronson's 79th minute goal against Derby, team goal against Derby, has been nominated for the Sky Bet Championship Goal of the Month for December. And also, our manager, after a run of 5 wins and 1 draw in the month of December, Daniel Farker has been named Sky Bet Manager of the Month. So, all you guys calling for his head, come on, we've had a good December. It was just them last couple of games where we've just slipped up. Sorry. And in them 6 matches, I just read the defence kept an impressive 4 clean sheets along the way, while the attack were equally dominant at the other end with 13 goals scored. 8 different goal scorers, which is great, and it's what we've been asking for. Touching on transfers, so the week started off with being linked with Andrew Amabomadale from Nottingham Forest, which the Yorkshire, the centre back. He's not really got much game time. He's for Nottingham Forest. I don't think Nuno Santo really fancies him. I I think it's a lazy link because obviously with Daniel Farke coaching the player, again, I think it's just a bit of a lazy link, or maybe it's someone we're just lining up just in case like Strike goes, or is it one for next season? We'll see. Also, reports coming out from Sky Sports Germany that Hoffenheim striker Mergim Berisha, who we've been linked with, they will allow him to go out on loan. That's a no-brainer for me. I'd go get him if they are interested in him. If Farke does like what he likes him, especially with Bamford being injured now, don't want to risk it with Bamford. Go get him. Be a good option on the bench. You know, even competition for that starting spot with Perot. Make Joseph third choice then. They're also being linked with Emmanuel Latela. Now, that would be a fantastic signing. You're looking around 15 million though, and that's not going to happen. Again, could it be for next season if we get promoted to Premier League? Yes, I possibly do think so. But with the likes of West Ham, Leicester, also Ipswich sniffing around, we could see him go into one of those clubs in January anyway. So we might miss out on Latela. Would I go for him? Of course I would. Any day, I definitely would. And I also, another player I really like, and it's not somebody we've been linked to. This is just somebody who I've noticed and plays for Middlesbrough. It's a young Irish attacking midfielder. Now we're after a number 10. This lad would be great for us. Finn Azaz. He only signed for Middlesbrough this season, so it would be hard to prize him away. But obviously, money talks. If we were ambitious enough to go get him, he's scored 8 goals, 9 assists in 25 games. You're looking about 5 million, 6 million. Yeah, this guy loves the shot. He's had 72 shots in all in this season. Not all on target, but 38 inside the box, 34 from outside the box. So he's a player that I would love to get in as the number 10, as a backup number 10. I think he'd be fantastic for this squad. And again, it's a player for me who I think would improve us. So, you know, going off what Daniel Farke is saying, it would be hard to improve this squad. I don't think it would be, looking at players like that. And he's only young. I think he's only 20. And he'd be one for the future. I really like the look of him. Another player linked, Ben Davis. I aren't reading too much into this. Obviously, he's always been linked with Leeds, and Ben Jacob is saying that is agreeing with what I'm saying. I think he's just going to run his contract down at Tottenham. It's probably going to be one for next season if we go up into the Premier League. It'd be a good acquisition. Can play centre half or left back. Very experienced Premier League defender. So again, it would be one for next season. That for me. The goalkeeper Conan Ledesma from River Plate, not having the best of seasons. He's currently back up for them. 6'1" goalkeeper. 31-year-old, plenty of experience, really commanding. You're looking around 4 million for him. Again, I would go get him. Obviously, you know my thoughts on Meslier. He had a good Ledesma. He had a good time at Cadiz. He signed and played for Cadiz since 2020, playing 138 games, conceding 191 goals, but keeping 43 clean sheets. But again, I think they're just looking at these players. Possibly if somebody came in for Meslier, would we sell him? I think we would, and we'd get this guy in. Or are we waiting for him till the end of the season? And then it's somebody, an experienced keeper that we need, a quality experienced keeper that we need for the Premier League, because Mellier's not cutting it, and he won't cut it. I don't think we're going to do much. Who knows? But going off what Farke has said, it's going to be a quiet window. I think it's not being proactive enough. It's going to be a reactive transfer window. Whether Joffrey goes, Bamford's going nowhere now. We know that. If anybody else goes, i.e. Strike, Meslier, I hope Meslier. Then I think we'll sign somebody. But yeah, they're not going to be proactive. They're going to be very reactive in this transfer window, only signing players if they leave. So, so that's it for me. Quick look, like I said, quick look on Harrogate. I think we're going to run out 4-0 winners, but again, FA Cup could go either way. But it's coming at the right time. I think we need this game, get back to winning ways, good break, preparing ourselves for the Sheffield Wednesday game. So that's it. I'll do a Harrogate review after the game. Looking forward to it. I'll speak to you all soon. Ciao.